Shit, what a weekend, Matt. There has been sport. I'm cleaning it off the walls. You sported your face off in Taupo.
That's right, around the Pillar to Po
Yep.
relay race.
Yeah, what exactly is the Pillar to Po?
So the Pillar to Po leaving 2 Mile Bay Sailing Club and running to the Po, which is a big totem,
Yeah.
sort of in Taupo town.
Yeah.
7.3K. And so you do a 7.3K laps.
Yeah.
And then you hand over the baton to another member of your team who's sitting at the bar. And then you run off and do it.
And you slam beers in between?
Yeah.
Oh, sounds good.
It's such a great event.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
And it's over 6 hours, so you're running for 6 hours. How many laps you can do in 6 hours?
And how many? 6 people in the team?
We had 4 people in our team, but
you can have 6.
But one of them got mimosa heavy, sort of.
Okay. You're going to name names?
Tracy.
Okay.
She ran one, and then after a few,
Yeah.
and then she moved more into a sort of social phase of the relay.
But no, there's no judgment. That's the kind of event it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like
But there's some people that take it really seriously, so there's that part of it. There's some people that don't have a team and just run laps for the whole 6 hours, and there's some people that take it really seriously.
Yeah.
I took my running seriously.
Yeah.
I attempted to run like Tom Cruise in a Mission Impossible movie as much as I could.
Yeah. Saw that video.
And, I was running at 5:16s.
That's quick.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
It's nice and flat down there. And you feel pretty good at 5:16. Then you see some of the other times, and they're like... So I was running about 37-minute laps.
That's pretty good. Wow.
Yeah, I had Dom Harvey on my team, though, and he was not giving me enough rest time because he's too fast. Because for your team, I mean, coming back and
pounding a beer.
Yeah, coming back in the 20s.
Yeah.
When my Hagelin's deformity was flaring up.
And also live right now while the podcast is recording, Foxy has found himself in another playoff. He birdie putted a 12-footer on the 18th to tie it up against Sam Burns in the Canadian Open. They're just about to go back to the 18th hole and repeat it again, the par 5. And the reason we've started the podcast is because it's a good luck charm, Maddie, because last time it was Mashy and myself sitting here when he chipped in at Myrtle Beach to take out his first PGA event, and we nearly creamed our jeans. So we are in the background, hopefully see Foxy take this one home.
How great is this dynamic, by the way? The adrenaline is at an all-time high, and you have to go back into the clubhouse, hand in your scorecard, sign some stuff off, talk to the people that you beat, and then head back out onto the 18th and try and do it again.
And you got a multi-million-dollar purse, but they've just got like sort of a warehouse trestle table to do your paperwork on.
Also,
so if it's not Augusta, is it? Like that would be an oak table that was traditions that have go back.
The Canadians, though, they're in behind Foxy because Sam Burns is from America. And the
Canadians are whinging bitches about America.
Yeah, so Foxy's the crowd favourite. They erupted when he nailed that.
But he's the crowd favourite everywhere he goes because he's got the huggable frame.
He has. I had a great interaction with him. Met him a few times at the Chasing the Fox event. And the last one just been, myself and Mania were commentating, and I had to quickly run to the toilet. And I knew there was a toilet out in the greenkeepers area. And basically Ryan Fox and I ran to the same door at the same time. And I went, you doing poos or wheeze? Because I just wanted to do a wee. And he goes, I had to do my pre-round poos. So what are you doing? I was like, I'm just doing wheeze. Can I go first? He goes, yeah, you better.
So does he do pre-round poos? I don't know.
Oh, you better. You better, boy.
He did pre-round poos. That's his tradition. Before every round, he takes a massive dump. And I didn't get in the way of that.
Is that a tradition or a necessity?
I don't know.
Because it's hard to run a tradition like that because you don't really have the control.
Yeah, I always felt bad because it was his event pretty much, and I was like cutting in front. I just did a quick wheeze, nervous wheeze, and he's like, okay, you go. So I need to do my pre-round dump. So he's just...
How nerve-wracking would it be? I mean, it's a crazy sport. Before he missed a very... very puttable putt, like an extremely puttable putt, and then missed that, and then just nailed a 12-footer?
Yeah, 12, 13-footer. Looked like it was going to go out, just lipped the left hole. Anyway, we'll get stuck into this podcast, live from the Export Beer Garden studios. This is the Agenda Podcast for Monday, the 9th of June.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Matt Heath, never in doubt, one of the greatest, most innovative final formats ever to be rolled out on the globe happened in the weekend. I never thought it would go any other way. It's such an innovative way to do it. The lucky loser, just gives those teams that are the best a second chance.
Look, absolutely ridiculous. Fantastic that the Blues beat the Chiefs, and the big lot going over in zombie rugby.
Yeah,
in the 82nd and nearly 83rd minute was great. I love that. After the Chiefs infringed more than any team has ever infringed on the try line in the history of a game. But I guess just the fact that one team was playing knockout footy and the other one wasn't.
Yeah.
might have been the difference there.
Yeah,
because look, I'm not going to let you out of this because you've been running down this format. You've been shitting on it, and then it finally works out for you. But come on, what are we doing here?
I know.
What are we doing here? How did 101 deflate the excitement of the end of your tournament?
I was wondering whether it would psychologically it would affect you, because they knew that they had a second chance. The Crusaders absolutely drilled the Queensland Reds, who were freezing their ass off in Christchurch.
Yeah, that was inhuman. That was against the Geneva Convention, sending the Reds to. I mean, no one in Christchurch was willing to turn up.
Yeah, that's
because it was too cold for people in Christchurch to go. No one turned up. But the Reds are expected to try and play.
And they're on the
Crusaders, and Crusaders have never lost. Basically, I think 30-0.
Yeah.
In terms of playoff games at home.
There was a cut to the bench where the Reds were sitting, and they'd just gotten ready in the porticom. They then got wheeled out onto the side of the field where it was 3 degrees on a lovely Friday evening down there in Christchurch, and they were sitting on top of those plastic Bunnings chairs that you get, and then they had the duvets over top of them, and I thought, no one fucking deserves this.
And that stadium, no one's, because it's not going to be used in the future, so there's very little effort to make it anything other than a shithole.
Yeah, it is a shithole.
I remember it's like,
can they do something with it?
It's like Carisbrook in the last couple of years of Carisbrook.
I don't know. At least Carisbrook was an actual proper stadium. This is just a bunch of scaffolding and porticoms.
Yeah, but I flew down to go to the last game at Carisbrook with my dad because we had such fond memories, and I remember sitting there for 5 minutes going, this place is a fucking toilet.
Burn the place down.
Burn it down.
So the Chiefs would have come into that game. It would have been a strange feeling knowing it's a free swing. You know what I mean? Obviously, the chance to host the final has potentially gone for the Chiefs. I mean, there is a chance if they beat the Brumbies this weekend back at Hamilton, and the Blues manage to choke out Crusaders, then the final will be in Hamilton. So. And again, that just makes the format even weirder. And
those 30-0 things, because absolutely no one gave the Blues a chance in this game. And that 30-0 thing for the Crusaders, that has to be broken at some point.
And you know what? I think if they keep it close, this game, Bodie Barrett's on a tear at the moment. His confidence is through the roof.
That kick and chase try that he nearly got in that game was just gutting, because it would have been it's a highlight reel try.
And
he just thought that the ball would sit up like it had so many other times, and he was just going to slide for about 25 metres and score the try.
Yeah, he turned into Christian Cullen a couple of times on Saturday night.
And Taha Kemera for the Crusaders, very inexperienced first five, so that could be the difference. And the game that was almost a dead rubber was the Canberra versus the Hurricanes, and the Hurricanes just fell apart at the end of that game. So that means
that's happened to them a lot, over there.
Yeah, do you know?
And speaking of games that no one thought that there was any reason to go to.
Yeah, there was no one at that one. They'd all had tickets to the Raiders the next day.
Yeah.
Hey, but also, I hate to tell you this. This is a potential scenario that could unfold as we watch Foxy tee off on the 18th. He striped it. Is it gone? It's gone a bit wrong.
No, he's not found the beach.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Where is it?
I think it's in the bunker.
I think he might have hit it into the bunker. Yes,
he's hit it square into the bunker.
Like, this is not too bad. He can just lay up here. But
he'll be all right, because he approached it by laying up last time, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
So he's happy. He wanted it in the bunker.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, it's part of the cycle.
So he got it in the bunker.
Hey, this is what he did the last playoff. He shanked it into the trees.
That's right.
He chipped in. So this is all part of his.
That's how he likes to play it. He'll miss that easy part.
Here's the scenario: the Chiefs lose to the Brumbies this weekend.
Yeah, I'd love that.
And the Blues upset the Crusaders. We have a final in Canberra. Kill me now. Kill me now.
And no one will come to that again.
And it'll be a Brumbies Blues game on a Saturday night at 9:30 p.m.
Oh, man.
That's a fucking tough sell.
Do you think in its Super Rugby headquarters they go, oh no, they're about, if the Crusaders are 30-0 at home, they're about 0-30 in terms of putting together competitions that create exciting ends. Like essentially, as we keep saying, the 2 winners get a bye.
Yes.
The other 4 play.
Yeah.
And then you have 3 weekends of just incredibly exciting, meaningful...
Yes. Knockout rugby.
Knockout rugby where everyone knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
And no one has to go, oh, hang on a minute, how come the Chiefs are still in it?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, what was the Brumbies Hurricanes? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, one of our producers, Anna Shine, was trying to explain to the Flavour Breakfast team how it works. And
if you're explaining, you're losing.
Yeah, and she said that no matter what she said, that she's got these blank looks.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you who can pick it, and that is Piccadilly. The Piccadilly dildo. The predicted dilly we did last Friday with Morgan Penn from Sex.live.
Right.
We basically put logos from each team and we biffed dillies at them.
Yeah.
And whichever dilly stuck, that team would win. And what do you know? We picked the Blues, we picked the Crusaders, and we picked the Brumbies. So we're 100% from the predicted dilly.
Wow, that's awesome. So are you going to go again?
Yeah, absolutely. Never doubt the dilly.
Well, what about that ball thing, ball bag she bought in? Does that tell you anything?
That ball bag thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the other ball bag thing you've seen in Hodaki.
The ball bag thing where you put your...
That one there you put on to make it look like you've got a bigger package when you're wearing pants.
Oh, so it's just for wearing pants, that thing?
It's a push-up bra.
Oh, I thought it was for like...
For dudes.
Who cares?
Extending you down.
Are you trying to impress?
I know. It's weird.
What's the one that you were talking about, Matty? One that you put your tonsils in?
It's like a sort of a sack that you lower your bees into it and then you press a button and it vibrates. I mean... Does anyone really care that much about how their bees feel about life?
I would only be into that if I could control it remotely and stick it on someone else.
So that would be fun.
So, for example, you'd be sitting there and I would have the remote, it'd be like the dog shock collar, and your nuts would just start humming, and I'd do it in the middle of you kind of having a big talk or something. Like, yeah.
Does it feel good? It must do. It must feel nice.
Well, I suppose if you've had something humming on your balls. I mean, I used to ride the rumble strip quite a lot on the motorway.
Oh yeah,
as a youngster, yeah.
Just for the
but was that exciting? Was that to excite your bees or your C
or your anus?
No, it was the bees because your bees are sitting on the car seat, aren't they?
Right.
And
I think some people have got an erogenous zone in their balls and some people don't.
I think I might.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know actually.
For me, I don't need them. Get rid of them. Keep them out of it.
Okay, here we go. Burns has played his second shot. He's laid up. Fox is in the bunker. Right-hand bunker. He can't see anything, by the way. This bunker is... Oh, he's not happy. He's not happy.
He's running around to have a look.
He's running up to see where it's landed.
Pretty good.
Oh, no. Where is it?
Who's the freaking cameraman?
Oh, actually, it's not that great, actually. He's out. He's out.
He's out. He's all right.
They can't find the ball. He's going to have to chip in like a mofo.
Who's the cameraman? That's terrible. I mean, I can understand that Ryan Fox couldn't see where it went.
He copped a bunch of sand in the mask as well. But, he's going to have to... This third shot for Fox is going to be crucial. Hey, another rugby news. Other rugby news as well.
Is it exciting in a podcast to listen to people...
Talk about golf?
Vaguely commentating something that
This is tough.
Well, we're only doing it because it's good luck charm.
Yeah, and also screw them. We enjoy it.
All three of us fall on the ADHD spectrum in some way, shape, or form as well. So multitasking isn't really our strength.
So what were we talking about before that? But why were we even talking about the ball thing?
We got sidetracked. RIP.
We got sidetracked from a sidetrack.
RIP Stu Wilson.
Oh yeah.
Passed away. Only 70 years old, Stu Wilson.
Tell me about Stu. What's going on there?
He's a winger.
He used to play for Wellington.
Nice.
18. He was captain the All Blacks a few times, didn't he?
He did.
8 times or something.
A renowned raconteur, after dinner speaker. He was actually one of the few kind of All Blacks from the 70s, 80s that had a personality.
Right.
Yeah.
Allegations that he had a bit of a penchant for a cig.
Yeah, like can I just quote something from David Campese here? Yes. Campese. I remember his love affair with smoking. That's how he started his. Like when you go how you remember someone.
Yeah.
I remember his love affair with smoking. When I played him in my first test at Sydney, the SCG, was super intimidating that evening, and Stu came out for the anthems with a cigarette cupped in his hand, puffing away nervously as the crowd sung their hearts out. He was once dropped after quitting, came back better than ever, and went on record as saying his improvement in form was wholly down to starting smoking again. Imagine coming up and backhanding a cig during the national anthem.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's a different era.
Yeah.
He enjoyed a drink.
Yeah, he did. It was a bit of a character, old Stu Wilson.
Good Gore local.
Him and Bernie Fraser were the great Wellington double, weren't they?
Wasn't his book called Ebony and Ivory?
Yes, it was. About him and Bernie Fraser.
Yeah, Bernie Fraser, yeah.
So Foxy, let's take his third shot.
He's going to have to go up and down here, isn't he?
He is. He's straight at it. He's absolutely straight at it on the 18th in this playoff with Burns. That's good. That's good.
He's within 12 feet.
Yeah, it's another 12-footer, but it's... Hey, you take that after being in the sand.
Boy, he's fought himself back into it.
With a birdie putt, but it's the next shot from Burns anyway.
Burns is going to shank it up his own ass.
Hey, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with hopefully Burns shanking it up his own ass. The sport continued over the weekend. This morning, I got woken up by a thunderclap that had my 3 children all in bed with me within 5 minutes this morning.
And it had the Herald going, we're now going to devote the entire 4 days to talking about one thunderclap.
One thunderclap. It was a cracker. They all came running up. But it did mean that I got to turn on the TV and watch the end of the French Open and watch Carlos Alcaraz get it over Sinner. Came back from 2 sets down, Alcaraz, and I think the highlight for that was his partying with the ball kids at the end. That was great stuff because he's probably closer in age to all the ball kids than most of the people in the crowd. Alcaraz.
The ball kids?
Yeah, can't call them ball kids because there's girls in there who can't call them ball boys. So you got to.
And also, ball boys has always been a bit weird anyway.
Yeah,
ball boys.
It has. And Coco Gauff also beat Arina Sabalenka, which will upset Mania the most. Actually, he's sitting in the corner. He doesn't like seeing an upset Sabalenka. Oh no!
Oh no!
Keep going.
Keep rolling. Oh no! That's very good from Burns.
That's a good shot from Burns. He's in the box seat now.
He did not shank it up his ass.
Hey, look. You know what though? Fox means this means he qualifies for the US Open.
Yeah. So at the start of the day, he would have more than taken this.
Yeah, absolutely. But has to drain this 13-footer to probably go to another playoff hole. Do they just go back to the 18th and do it again? That would be
just for the sake of this podcast. I hope he misses his putt.
It's a good luck charm. It's a good luck charm.
I saw the podcast numbers. And this podcast, on the face of it, it's just a load of shit.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
It's sports adjacent.
Yeah, but on the face of it, it's just a load of shit. But it keeps on getting more and more listeners and more downloads. So you got to ask yourself, what's wrong with people?
Well,
what's the wrong with the level of competition that this podcast is getting nominated for awards, sometimes winning them, and then just getting more and more listeners?
Yeah, we're coming up Heather Duplessis Allen's ass now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In the rankings, yeah. We're just in behind her there. So, look, by the time next month comes around,
yeah.
Hey,
get that out.
Just a wee bit of a tease. We're going to obviously the Warriors in the weekend had an absolute barnstorming victory.
They failed to deliver the second half shit the bed, freak out, put you through the ringer.
Yeah. So later on, we're going to get Ben Hurley in to discuss that on the potty. Good to see the All Whites are all there at the Canadian Open. They're just fresh off beating. They beat the Ivory Coast.
I noticed before the commentators didn't call them the All Whites.
No.
They said they're the New Zealand
football team.
All Whites there to see. It's all Whites there to see Ryan Fox.
Well, they just beat Ivory Coast in the weekend. They're a pretty good team, Ivory Coast. But here comes Foxy to stay in the playoff. Come on, Foxy. It's coming around. He's coming around. It's too much. Fuck. Oh! Minji. Oh! Just shaved the hole. So Burns is putting for the win here.
Burns could fuck this up. I mean, Foxy fucked up a putt very similar to this just before.
I thought that was almost going to go in.
It came round. It was. It felt there. It was. Yeah. Fuck. That's not far off.
That is like half a centimetre until it goes in. Man, golf sucks. Imagine it just
you just allow that. Eh? Like if Burnsy was a good man, he'd say, "No, you can take that.
You can have that." Okay, pressure's all on Burns here. He's got a Danny DeVito. He's got a nasty 4-footer.
Come on, Foxy fucked one of these up before.
Yeah,
you can do it.
So
I think it's broken right to left.
Are we the good luck charm or not? Tero!
Oh! Come on! He did it!
We are. It's us. We did that.
He would hit that 99 out of 100 times.
Do it again.
Don't miss this one, you mutt.
If he lips this, imagine lipping this out. Oh, Foxy lives for another day. We might be able to get through the rest of the podcast before we get to the...
Wow. So
you don't miss this. You don't miss this. It's like... Even Keezy would get this in. Oh, yes, yep. He's got in. I'll go for another whole playoff. Hey,
how punishing's that?
Hey, All Blacks get announced on the 23rd of June because the first series is against France. France are touring New Zealand for 3 test matches. Dunedin, which you're coming down with us to Dunedin.
Shit, yeah.
We're going to go down there and pest around Dunedin, do a few flat drops. We've got, I think, a pallet of merchandise and drinks to share, like Robin Hood down there. Then we're going to go to live commentaries at bars in Wellington and Hamilton.
Why aren't you doing one of them in Dunedin?
We're doing it from the stadium. We're going in the stadium this time.
Are we?
Yeah.
So are we commentating the game?
Yeah, we're right next to the...
that makes sense that I'm being flown down there. Not just to stick around with a cheese roll up my ass.
No, you're in the cheese roll section.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're doing it from the ground there. Had some difficulties. It's a long story. But we are at Shed 22 in Wellington on July the 12th. It's free to come in. We do live commentary at the bar for you. Heaps of drink specials. You'll be warm, and it'll be a much cheaper evening. Yeah. Text SHED to 3236 to lock in your free spot at Hamilton on July the 19th, the next Saturday from 6 p.m. at the Roaming Giant. Text ACC to 3236. Book your place. They will go pretty quick. It's free, and all thanks to the legends at Export Ultra for hooking you up. It's a great night. We did it with the Lions. We nearly tore down a couple of venues. So make sure you get involved there and book your place.
We might see a repeat of the assault on Precinct 13 situation with the G Lane fans.
Hey, they're good people.
They're not good people.
They're good people.
They're bad people.
They're good people. Hey,
I mean, out of all the people you could be a fan of in the ACC, if you choose G Lane, then you've chosen poorly.
Like I said, they're good people.
If they're good people, they had a very bad night at the King's Arms.
We're going to take a quick break.
Good people don't smash bottles.
Okay, stop. Stop dragging on the G Lane fans, okay? Like, you've made your point. You don't like them? That's on you, okay? That's on you. When you're alone, when you're in Hamilton, down Hood Street, and you walk around the corner, and there's a big group of G Lane fans, good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck to you. Hey, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back where Ben Hurley's going to give us a rundown of the Warriors over the weekend and the fact that they are top of the table. Rightio, we've tell Matt Heath to piss off because he really is a fly-by-night Warriors fan. And we have got in Mad Mondays, Ben Hurley. What the hell is going on?
I know. Look, none of us are really prepared for this. Even this year, we're not prepared for a performance like that. That was the most complete performance I've seen from a Warriors team in probably 2 years.
Yeah, what happened? Look, they were just winning at halftime. And I was telling everyone around me, go, buckle up. This is going to be one hell of a second half. And then they scored. Then they scored again. Then they scored again. Then they scored again. Yeah. Everyone was looking around at each other. We were like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I mean, we've got like 3 teenagers in the team, and they all are really good. And I think we need to sign all of them until 2035.
Yeah.
Leka Halasima, Dimitrik Vaimaunga, I think. I've got his name right there.
Nailed it.
And Tanner Stow-Smith, just all young guys. We've just got so many great loose forwards, that kind of play in this is getting into the weeds, but in the Jeremiah Nanai style of the very, very mobile loose forward that's great in the air.
Do you know what? The most satisfying I get out of it is listening to the Australian commentators, because obviously whenever we play in Australia, they have the Aussie commentators, and they still can't really accept the fact that the Warriors have won 10 and share at the top of the table. They're just waiting for something to go completely wrong. And did I hear a rumour that at the start of the year, in one of those NRL 360s or whatever, they were giving their predictions for the year, and they said the Warriors will win 7 games?
Look, I don't think anyone had them. I mean, me and Daihem, one of the biggest Warriors fans that I know, and none of us had them in the top 4. after halfway through the season. It is unbelievable. We do, it's difficult to talk about a win that's so good because you just do sound like a stupid super fan. And it's just not a gear that we've been in very much as a Warriors fan. So, even this year, we keep winning by like 2 points or 4 points, and it's like squeaky bum time for the last 25 minutes of every game. But this was just a cruise. And to do it on the road as well, in the cauldron that is the Shire.
Yeah, Shark Park. Would anything less than a top 4 finish be acceptable now?
Oh, that's an excellent question. I think the Dolphins last year were a bit like this, and they were flying high about halfway through the season. They ended up missing the 8, so it would be an absolute travesty now to miss the 8. I think something would have to go horribly wrong, and arguably that kind of almost happened because we lost Mitch Barnett this week, but we went fine without him.
Yeah, I saw that Jackson Ford got injured in the first 15 minutes of that game, and I was like, oh God. The replacement for Mitch Barnett has gone down, but he toughed it out. Some people saying, though, our run into the finals, apart from we've got the Bulldogs next weekend, that's going to be a challenge away as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I hadn't really thought about this game very much, but I think we had 3 games on the road in a row, haven't we?
Yeah.
And I said to Di on our podcast, I was like, if we get 2 out of 3, then that's probably fine. So I would love us to beat the Dogs, but if we did drop one, that would be okay.
Do we also have a couple of buys in our draw as well coming up? Or am I making that
we've got a
up?
buy this week, yeah.
Oh, nice, sweet.
And then we've got the Dragons and the Titans after that. So you're like, are we? I mean, is it?
This is the trauma of being a Warriors fan.
And then the Eels.
You can't enjoy anything because you go into a game like where you're the underdog and you're like, oh, we're probably going to lose. And then you go into a game where you're the favourite. You're like, oh,
Ben.
It's a great where it's paused on you, Ben Hurley. I think you were just about to say hammered, and you absolutely and you had the greatest kumfasa. Fans of kind of early 2000s New Zealand TV. If we could just pause that kumfasa, it was like one of the best. But you're back.
What were you saying? I can't even remember. You were saying something about the fact that we should hammer the top teams, but we might still lose to the bad teams. We missed all you were saying.
You can never relax. You can never relax as a Warriors fan because you're either the underdog and you're like, oh God, we might get smashed, or you're the favourite and you're like, oh, we have to win this game.
Yeah,
like this is so you can never just go into a game feeling confident.
It's so much trauma, isn't it?
It's generational trauma now. We're in our second, probably third generation of Warriors fans now. That it's tattooed on the DNA of Warriors fans that we pass it along to our children.
Do you think that being a Black Caps fan prior to being a Warriors fan has helped with you get through this trauma?
100%. So as you know, I'm not a follower of rugby union, so I don't really know that thing of being an All Black fan and the expectation to win. So my teams I've always supported are the Black Caps and the Warriors. So I've never been confident or happy really as a sports fan.
I'm the same. I credit the Black Caps with my resilience at the moment in supporting any team actually.
When do we decide, Ben Hurley, that the Wars might actually be good and the expectations for us should be, top 4? Top 6 or whatever, or a decent run into the playoffs? Because, I mean, it's hard, isn't it? Because we want to be as realistic and as also kind of, low bar as possible with it. But, like G Lane said earlier, at what point do we go, actually, what are the expectations for this season? And should we be expecting top 4?
I mean, from here, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not that long ago. Yeah, we had a shitter last year, but, the year before, remember, we were one probably dodgy try away from making the grand final.
Yeah, 1 4 pass away. Yeah,
and when I say it's a very different team now, I don't mean like necessarily personnel-wise. We're just playing a different type of footy. Like, it is arguably a bit boring. Like, Luke Metcalf was on the Matty John show the other night going, yeah, like people might say it's a bit more boring and it's, it's not necessarily the Warriors style of old.
Not necessarily the Warriors style of old, is
it?
Yeah. Okay.
That wins, they're a team that entertains.
Sorry, we lost you halfway through the answer again, Ben, but like,
that's all right.
It was sounding good, whatever you were saying.
It was. It sounded very insightful. Very insightful.
Okay. Well, this is going well, isn't
it? Hey, we'll let you go back because it looked like you were in the middle of a I was going to say mimosa, but it's a samosa, wasn't it? Was it an onion bhaji?
It was a 2-day-old onion bhaji.
Lovely.
Oh, and nice. Okay, we'll let you get back to your bhajies. Mad Monday podcast coming out on Wednesday, which you'll no doubt break that game down more and preview the next game. Obviously, bye this weekend, so good opportunity for a few of the players to kind of lick their wounds.
This is the week Warriors fans can relax. The week we're not playing. This is the only week we're allowed to relax.
Okay, There you go. That's great advice. That's great advice. Okay, thanks, Ben.
Sure, Benny boy.
We'll be back with yours, please.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Radio. Yours, please. It is the talkback function on iHeartradio, a little microphone button in your left-hand corner. Just press that. Send us through a message. Like I said, we guarantee to play yours out. We play every single one on the omnibus. And we play a select few each episode. We've got 4 on this Monday, Matt. So first one.
Tonight for G Lane haters. Fuck the Shore, beat by Takapuna.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Up the fucking pride, you losers. Plus the Chiefs money got beat. Unlucky, you loser.
Yeah, okay.
Bit of support there.
I'll take that on the chin. I went along to and watched the Shore, watched the Hairy Goats get pipped. Very similar to the Blues game, actually. They'd be penalty right in front for them to win it by 1 point, Takapuna.
Oh, what a game.
And to snap North Shore's unbeaten run of 30-odd games. They've gone unbeaten.
Did McConey go with you in the
end? Yeah, McConey was there. Yeah, I think he's the curse.
Right.
We're seeing... No, they're going back to the 18th again. Jeez, Burns is metronomic, isn't he? He's buried that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's buried that one down the middle. So, yeah, and look, and then the Chiefs lost later on that night. So it wasn't a great weekend for me in terms of my teams.
What did you boys take away from the Bowden Barrett versus Damian McKenzie situation? It felt like that was one of the dynamics that was on display in terms of, All Black selection. Who you thought looked best?
Bodie won that.
Totally hard to go past Bodie.
Bodie, yep. He's
Fox Stripes, that one. Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Better. Now we're talking, Foxy.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Rolls past. He needs to hand Sam Burns a tammy on the way past. He has outdriven him by about 20 metres.
He might lose the lovable Brian Fox is just blowing his reputation by handing
Tiger Woods got away with it, didn't he?
Handing Burnsy a tammy, bad boy, turning himself into the bad boy.
It would be controversial.
Handing him to use tammy a lot.
It would be controversial if he did that. Hey, look, it wasn't a great weekend for me, but I move on. I'm not one to hold grudges.
Well, it was kind of a great weekend because through a kink in the ridiculously convoluted system that some crazy person who's working against New Zealand rugby's come up with, your Chiefs live to play another day.
They do. And that wasn't the final, Takapuna Shore, but we'll see you in the final, Takapuna.
When is the final?
It's a few weeks away, but sure, I'm still top of the table. So I might be second now that Takapuna beat us. But admittedly, they stacked it with a few Moana Pacifica players. The Anisi brothers were suddenly appeared and are playing club rugby.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, some paperwork to kind of
I'm sure they
slip under the rug.
I'm sure they got the paperwork in. But hey, I'm not going to hold that against them. They deserve to win by 1 point with a penalty in the dying seconds.
Okay, I'm glad you're over it. Next one, yours, please.
Hey, cocksuckers, just checking in here. G Lane, you put a fork in the Blues 6 weeks ago.
I did.
Maybe 7 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now they're in the finals. I'm picking a Blues Brumbies final, Blues to win, and you can suck my balls.
Okay.
That's
if that happens, I will suck that guy's balls.
So that's Blues, Brumbies,
and the Brumbies
in front of no one in Australia.
And Blues win.
And Blues win.
All right, are you for the record? whoever that. I mean, it sounded like that he was definitely lights out message. That one.
Do you think anyone would turn up for a final over there? You don't think they'd even turn up for that?
I don't think we'll even commentate it.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, as we said before, is anyone in, I don't know where they make these decisions? Is it like out the back of a pub or something somewhere? I don't know, when they've had about 40 drinks and they whip out a napkin and work out how they're going to run the playoff situation of Super Rugby? Certainly not done by sober people.
No.
But do they looking here going,
what if that happens?
Look, there's AI now. Can't you just run it through and say, let's have a look at how this will play out, and then someone go, well, let's just take it up the guts and actually have knockout football be knockout football. So every single game means something. Could we maybe just not overthink it? Like, what was the problem they were trying to solve with the situation they've got here?
I think they wanted it to be a bit like...
They didn't want to... There's not enough people on the team to have it when they had 8 going through.
I think this wanted to be a bit like the NRL, where the top teams had a second go.
But just give them a bye.
I know.
Just give the top 2 teams a bye.
Listen, I did put a fork in the Blues. Who wasn't, though?
Yeah, we all did.
I think everyone was sticking forks in them. Anyway, next one.
And that's the other great thing about Super Rugby. You can just have a season where everyone's just shaking their head going, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is an absolute shocker. And then then win it.
Okay, next one. Yours, please.
Yeah, g'day, fellas. Live from after the Chiefs Blues.
That's someone else.
Please tell me, fucking G Lane.
Yeah.
Was not at Waikato Stadium.
He was there.
Stadium.
It was not.
He was there.
Because, holy, he can stay in the 09.
Oh!
The Blues, so they can start losing. Fuck the Blues. Fuck South Canterbury. Fuck North Canterbury. Fuck Canterbury.
Oh, hang on.
Chiefs.
Hey. He got cut off with the mana. Hey, listen.
He's just shanked that up his ass.
Sam Burns has just shanked his shot, which is good news. But at least it didn't go on the drink.
But that was quite a amateur-looking shank.
Yeah. It wasn't great. No, but he's still laid up, though. He's still laid up. Was it, though? I think he might have done it on purpose.
Really?
Yeah.
It looked like it came out. Anyway.
Wonder what.
It's actually ended up okay, hasn't it? So our celebrations were premature.
Yeah, they were. Hey, listen, I wasn't at FML Stadium. I was not there.
Why not?
And I've got witnesses. I was at the Meadowbank Primary School beer festival. Okay.
Did anyone shit the bed there?
Where I may have got up at the end and said, everyone under the covered courts for a fight. Jokingly. And then I had this Glaswegian guy go, I'll fucking fight you. He came up, took his shirt off. Yeah. I was like, it's just kidding, buddy.
Yeah. No, that's the Scottish.
That's just kidding. All Glaswegian. Crazy.
Yeah, Glaswegians, you can't ask for a fight and not take it with the Glaswegian.
Yeah, I know. But I was only joking. It's like a whole lot of primary school dads drinking beers. And I said, he's going to go for the green. He's going for the green. Foxy's going for it.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it's not good. It's not good at all.
Where the hell is that going? It's going in the drink.
Stay up.
It's in the...
Oh, no, good.
Oh, thank
good. He doesn't care about the rough.
That's good.
A bit of bush is...
It's a bit of bush is good. That's good. That has paid off for him. He has taken a 3-wood off the carpet to go for the win. Fuck, I love Ryan Fox.
He just doesn't piss around as well, because you actually get nervous and you want him to piss around more before he hits it, but he just goes.
That was lucky that didn't go on the drink. Anyway, last one. Is it another abusive one?
Oh, I don't know. Let's have a listen. Yours, please.
Is this on? Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. It's Bob from South Canterbury. And I was just listening to the awards, and I see that you guys were last year's winners, so I thought I would give you a listen. And what the fuck is this? This is not a sports podcast.
We never said it was.
I listened to the winning one. That is not a sports podcast either. They're talking about feet. And it's, I'm just going to have to go to ZB. What the fuck?
What's going on here? So someone's been listening to the New Zealand Radio and Podcast Awards last week. They saw that we were nominated. They thought, you know what? That sounds like a podcast I'll be into. They've had a listen and they're not happy with how much sport there is.
Well, listen.
But you can just say whatever. The thing about you can say whatever category you want. Is anyone going through and...
Was that a real person?
I don't know if it was a real person.
Bob from South Canterbury.
Yeah.
It sounded like it could have been a slight...
There was a slight
Was
slur.
that James McCartney putting a voice on?
Yeah, there was a bit... I think there could have been a racial slur in there somewhere in terms of the accent. Yeah.
You think it was it?
Well, have a listen. Play this part again and just...
Do we need to report this to the police?
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. It's Bob from South Canterbury.
Yep.
Bob.
And I was just listening to the awards.
Okay, we had enough. So to me, it's just sufficient there. So Bob, get in touch.
How many Bobs have you heard sound like that?
No, not many from South Canterbury.
Well, that's what makes me think it might be legit, just because you've picked a poor name there for your bit.
Yeah.
I would say.
Anyway, look, it's what's written on the tin. It's sports adjacent.
Yeah.
Okay, there's not enough sport.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I won Best Comedy.
The Blackie.
No, I won Best Comedy Podcast.
Yes, that's right.
For a podcast I used to be on.
Yeah, the Matt and Jerry Show podcast.
Yeah. And so that's not comedy. I've never heard anyone laugh at that piece of shit.
No,
that was
so. What I'm saying is, you can just put yourself in any category you want.
Yeah. Anyway, so look.
Here we go.
We're watching this playoff again. They've gone back to the 18th again, which is quite boring. But that's another handy shot. But is it close enough though? So
I reckon.
Well, we might have to knock this on the head.
Yeah.
And watch the playoff.
But yeah, let's just say. Oh yeah, and like celebrate me. I won the Blackie for the.
You won the Blackie. That's the one you want to win.
Pinot Noirs.
The Pinot Noirs.
Yeah.
After it took you a while to embrace it.
After the ACC went after one of its own. And went full Murray Deaker on how much you're allowed to joke around. Like, I cannot still to this day believe that the ACC, the stupidest sports thing in the world, decided to go Murray Deaker and say that's not how you can talk about the Warriors. That's not how you can talk about sport. That's too silly. Let's not make it all about yourself. The frickin' ACC, you absolute pieces of shit.
I think you might find that's just Menai. I was a huge fan. I was like, everyone should be embracing the Pinot Noirs.
Yeah.
I was lean into it.
Okay, here we go. Foxy. You Murray Deaker bastards.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Roll up.
Roll up. Well, he's closer.
Roll.
He's closer.
Oh, okay.
We've got some work to do.
Hey, we'll knock this on the head.
Well, we can't leave people edging.
Wait, what? And with this hole?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't leave people edging on this hole.
Okay. Well, they're going to putt out here.
If they
can they not do the 18th hole again after this? They just keep on going back, do they? Until someone makes a mistake.
They need to get in a car and go down to the local pitch and putt, or go down to the mini golf or something to finish it off.
Great way to finish it off.
I love it how Foxy was the only one who stood up and said, "I'm just going to go for the green with the driver." You know what I mean?
I think Foxy should call for a boat race after this.
Those putts are very similar distance,
well,
but
he's
one's
first.
uphill, one's downhill.
Well, Burnsy's first. So Montgomery Burns is first.
Which one would? What's more pressure, first or second?
Oh, I reckon if he gets this in, it's all on Foxy to get it in. So,
yeah.
I don't know, but if he misses, then Foxy's got almost a free swing at the hole.
Yeah, right.
So
both of them are cacking. So hopefully, Foxy had his pre-round shit.
Pre-round dump, yeah, hopefully. Well, maybe that's what's backed him up. He didn't do the playoff dump. But we've got him on Wednesday on the Agenda podcast, New Zealand's premier daily sports podcast.
Oh, brilliant.
So listen out for that later in the week. So there's Montgomery.
So anyway, great victory for me and winning the Blackie for that. It was a real redemption after you guys went full Murray Deaker on me and said that's not how you're allowed to talk about sport. From the ACC.
But do you not think that was all part of the drama of what got all the attention?
No, he's missed it.
Do you not think that was part of the drama that people disagreed? If everyone agreed, then it wouldn't have got as much attention. You see, I think we were just part of the PR machine.
Yeah, well, I forgive, but I don't forget. Let's just say there will be an opportunity for me to burn the ACC to the ground, and I will take it.
You've had a lot of options to burn it to the ground. You've had plenty of time. I've done plenty of time to do that.
Here we go, Foxy,
to win it.
This will be phenomenal.
To win it.
Yes, go on, keep going. Go on.
He hit the ball, sir.
No gravy. There was no gravy on it. It was directly going in. And he put no gravy on it.
They go back to the 18th.
All right, we can't.
Let's wrap this shit up.
Okay, we're going to go and watch this. Thanks for joining us, Matt.
It was great to be here.
And you take your 2 awards and you get back up to ZB. Fuck off.
Hey, I'm a powerful man. You don't want to make an enemy out of me. Love you guys.
See you, bro.
And I'm part of the ACC, so it's hard for me to really rail against the ACC. I mean, I wrote the book.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.